Hi, friends. Ugh, the camera's so blurry. Okay, let me try and figure something out here. Let me think. Pastor Shay, can you come and fix this here? Sorry. Hi, everyone. We are having a whole bunch of technical difficulties. And not only the kids stuff, but it seems like everybody's kind of having some issues today. The adult service was kind of having issues. Still kind of blurry, Pastor O'Shea. We can see what you're seeing. Oh, look at this. Oh, maybe. You know what you're doing? He has no idea what he's doing. He's just pressing buttons. Wait, go back. I think it was, that looks a little promising. Okay, we're going to work with this. This looks promising. Don't touch a thing, Pastor O'Shea. This looks good. Hi, friends. It's Leader Stephanie. Good morning. We've got so many people here. The viruses were the first ones to say good morning. Hannah and Sarah are here. James is here. Victoria and Alyssa are here. Solomon's here. Victoria and Dylan are here. Ethan and Leah, I think. I never pronounce her name right. And I want to do better, guys. Help me do better. But guys, we are so excited that you're here with us this morning. We are in, the camera's getting a little blurry now. Let's just hold it. Let's see if it fixes itself. We are in the last week of May, which means we are in the last week that we are learning about commitment, making a plan and putting it into practice. And we've been learning a lot about making plans and putting them into practice. Plans about how we can practice talking to Jesus, how we can practice talking to friends about Jesus, so many different things that we're talking about making commitments for. So we're going to continue our story this week, today, and then next week we're moving into a brand new series, and we're really, really excited about it. Someone said, sorry, you're blurry again. I think it's okay now. No, it's okay. It's okay. I think we're okay now. We'll see, guys. You guys are going to have to bear with me. And if it's a distracting, what I can do is you guys can just hear my voice and we can just look at the slides. If that's if I'm a little distracting to you guys, if you're like, it's so blurry, I can't see little stuff in it, then I'll just go to the slides and then we don't have to worry about seeing my face. Okay, perfect. So guys, I have big news. Remember last week? Who was here last week when I was like, I have big news to tell you about? And I didn't want to tell you because I gave you a little bit of a teaser, but I didn't tell you guys. Who was here last week? Do you guys remember? Because last week I had an announcement, but I was saving it and I said, come back this week so we can talk about it this week. So I'm going to tell you guys, yes, someone's like, Scooter, big news. Yes, we were, okay, yeah, you guys remember, it's a summer thing. Yes, it's a summer thing. And I'm going to tell you guys about it today. And I'm so excited about it. So we're going to talk a little bit more about it today. And so, okay, I'm going to actually let you guys decide. Would you guys like to hear about it now? Or would you guys like to hear about it after the Bible story? What would you guys prefer? You guys, we could hear about it now and I could tell you about what's happening and what's going to come and all the fun stuff. Or we can talk about it after the Bible story. People are like, I need a scooter. Yes, there was a scooter involved. Someone said now, after. Leader Aaron said after. Now. Someone really wants to hear about it now. That's Maya and Carissa after. Oh, okay. Actually, we're kind of split. Okay, now can you tell us? Oh man, I don't know. We're kind of split now. Is everyone excited? Yeah, right, Leader Aaron? Do we got people excited? Oh man, we're kind of split down the middle. I don't know if people want to hear it now or later. So I wonder if I should say like half of it now and half of it later. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to say half of it now and half of it later. So then we can make everybody happy. So this summer, starting in the beginning of July until the end of August. So we're doing an 8-week program. 8-week program this summer. Now, that program is going to be divided into 2 separate days. There's going to be one day on a Wednesday and one day on a Friday. But I'm not going to say anything else about it until after. And then after, I'll tell you guys a little bit about why there are 2 days, what we're going to be doing on those days, and all that other fun stuff. So I'm just going to tell you there's a program happening. It's happening 2 days of the week. There's a group that's going to meet on Wednesday, and then there's a group that's going to meet on Friday. And okay, actually, I'll tell you something that's really exciting. If you are going into grade 4, or if you are going into grade 5, meaning this September that's coming up, not in the grade that you're in now, but in September, if you're going into grade 4 or grade 5, there's a special, Leader Aaron, what should I say? Okay, there is an elite program for you if you are going into grade 4 or grade 5. It's very elite. I'm really excited about it. So that's all I'm saying. Someone's like, ooh. So that's all I'm going to say. You guys got to stay for the end so I can tell you all of the details and how you guys can sign up, because you're going to have to sign up. So stay tuned and I will tell you about that. But while I have you here and while you're so excited about this wonderful news, let's look at our memory verse, which this is the last week that we're learning this, that we're looking at this memory verse. Okay, here it is. Training your body has some value, but being godly has value in every way. It promises help for the life you are now living and the life to come. 1 Timothy 4:8 nerve. Let's read it together. I know I can't hear your voices, but I want you at home to be reading this out loud in your living room, in your bedroom, at your breakfast table. I want you to read this out loud with me, okay? Let's read it together. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Training the body has some value, but being godly has value in every way. It promises help for the life you are now living and the life to come. 1 Timothy 4:8 nerve. Now, we talked a little bit about what that means last week. We're saying training your body is really good. You only have one body. God has only given us one body to be on this earth with, but he wants us to make sure that we're training up spiritually too. And we're training up in the ways that we know God and the ways that we practice knowing him and loving others. And that's really, really important too. He says, yeah, training your body is good and it has value. You have to train your body. You have to keep your body healthy. But training in a godly way, basically learning about the Bible, memorizing scripture, loving Jesus, praying to Jesus, talking to our friends about Jesus, those things are so, so important. And we have to continue doing that so we can be well-rounded, so we can have a healthy body, but then we can also have a healthy soul, and that we can come to Jesus and have both of those things and be working on both of those things. So training our body has really good value and it's really, really important, but training our hearts to live the way that Jesus wants us to live is really, really important too. So we're going to keep remembering that, and that's what we're going to keep focusing on. Now, let's jump right into our Bible story. I want to jump right into our Bible story because I want us to have time at the end to do a phone call, and maybe one, if not two. If we have time, we'll do 2 phone calls. And I want to share with you guys about this program that we're doing in the summer. So we have a lot of stuff that I want to do at the end of our Bible story. So let's jump right into our Bible story and not do our emojis today. So then we have lots of time at the end. And if you guys have questions, if you guys want to get really excited, then we can. Leader Stephanie, do you have a Christmas tree beside you? Question mark. Oh, this is not the right thing. This is not the right camera. I literally was turning this camera. I do. I do. Wait. It's going to fall. There it is. It is a Christmas tree. It's still in here from Christmas. Remember when we decorated this place as Christmas decoration? It's still in here from Christmas because I was just lazy and I didn't want to take it apart. And I love Christmas trees. So here you go. All right. Are you guys ready? So Leader Abby, close the chat. We're going to close the chat. That means we're not using, someone's like, it's May. Leader Stephanie, I was like, I know, but I love Christmas trees. So we're going to close the chat. We're not going to jump in the chat anymore until at the end of the lesson. If you have questions, you can put the questions in and we'll answer them at the end, but that's it. Okay, are we ready? Are we set? I'm sorry I keep going blurry and then focus and then blurry and then focus, but oh, right now it's okay. Great. Okay, James, no more messaging. Gaming with Francis, no more messaging. Okay, I'm gonna wait. Marcus, that's okay. Adam, no more messaging. Uh-oh, guys, we're gonna run out of time. Okay, I think we're ready. Let's see how we do. All right, I'll see you in a bit.
Race. So it has taken a lot of commitment. Commitment is making a plan and putting it into practice. I made a plan and I practiced a lot. All that running. And strength training. And even training my brain. For a month, it's like training has been my life. Like I thought about this race constantly. When I decided what to eat. Oh, when I chose how to spend my time. From morning until night, I kept my mind on the race. That's what you gotta do when you truly commit to something. Like you've gotta live like it's important to you. Today's story is about a woman who lived her whole life that way. I'll see you when you get back. I've gotta get this party started.
The Bible, it's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. Now, for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Mark, chapter 12, verses 41 through 44.
When Jesus rode into Jerusalem on a donkey the week before Passover, the crowds were excited.
Hosanna! Blessed is the one who comes in the name of the Lord! Hosanna! In the name of the Lord!
But the religious leaders were not.
He's turning the world upside down.
We'll have to fix that, won't we?
All week, the religious leaders sent men to try trapping Jesus with trick questions.
Teacher, is it right to pay taxes to Caesar?
Every time, Jesus gave a wise answer that caught them off guard.
Give back to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and give back to God what belongs to God.
Jesus knew the religious leaders were so puffed up with pride, they didn't want people to listen to anyone else. Jesus even warned the crowds about them.
Watch out for the teachers of the law. They love to have the most important seats. They take over the houses of widows. They say long prayers to show off.
One afternoon, Jesus and his disciples visited the temple. They sat down to rest for a moment across from the box where people came to put money they offered to God. Perhaps the disciples, mostly poor fishermen themselves, were impressed by the rich men giving gifts.
Check out his robes.
I think they actually might be silk.
Jesus watched the rich men dropping handfuls of gold coins into the box. He knew that, like the religious leaders, they were proud to show how important they were.
Check this out, world. Money, money, money. Always sunny in a rich man's world.
Even though these wealthy men were giving impressive amounts of money, Jesus knew they had so much, this was easy for them. Simply a drop in the bucket.
Huh. She looks a little out of place.
The next person in line clearly wasn't wealthy. In fact, her patched robe showed she didn't have an extra cent to spare.
A widow, probably.
At that time, if a woman's husband died, she had no way to earn money and often had to live on next to nothing.
2 pennies?
How's that gonna help anyone?
Jesus was watching the woman too, but he saw something different, something more.
Come over here, all of you.
The disciples gathered around Jesus.
What I'm about to tell you is true. That poor widow has put more into the offering box than all the others.
Jesus' friends tried to sort it out.
Excuse me, pennies versus gold?
You couldn't buy an order of fish nuggets with that.
Jesus knew what his disciples were thinking.
The others all gave a lot because they are rich, but she gave even though she is poor. She put in everything she had. That was all she had to live on.
Oh.
When you put it like that.
The rich men, like the religious leaders, were concerned with what things looked like on the outside. They didn't want to give in a big way that might force them to change on the inside. But the poor woman, who had almost nothing, chose to give everything. And Jesus saw her heart and knew that her pennies were worth far more than the rich man's gold.
Nobody else thought a poor woman giving 2 small coins was a big deal. But Jesus saw the truth. Other people gave because they were rich. This woman gave everything she had because she was putting her trust in God. She was living for Him. And that's something to celebrate. Yeah! Living for God is about more than giving money. It's about trying to include God in every part of your day. It's about asking yourself before every choice you make, does this honor God? I could copy my friend's homework or do the work myself, like I'm supposed to. I'm going to do the work. Or ask yourself, does what I'm about to do show love to others? My friend didn't get me anything for my birthday. Should I get even by giving her nothing? Or should I forgive her? Well, I did already wrap it. She's gonna love it. If you ask yourself those questions, it'll help keep your mind on God. It'll help you think about how Jesus lived and loved others. This probably won't become a habit overnight. That's why the one thing to remember today is this: practice living for God. The more you practice asking yourself, does this honor God? And does this show love to others? The more natural it becomes. It feels good to commit to something and stick to it. I'm glad I committed to running a 5K. I feel stronger and healthier, and between you and me, I think I'm going to start training for another one. But first, we celebrate. See you around.
And this is the bottom line for today. Practice living for God. Now that sounds kind of easy, and it sounds like something that you're like, yeah, okay, I could do that. But sometimes this gets a little tricky. And what we were told on the video is that once we practice this, it gets easier and easier. So we ask ourselves, is this something that's honoring God? Is God going to be happy about this? Or is this something that maybe I should really think and reconsider doing? And that's something that's really, really important, because sometimes we do things that aren't very honoring. Like the perfect example was, if your friend didn't give you a birthday gift on your birthday, maybe you don't want to give them a gift on their birthday. But that's not what gift giving is all about. Gift giving is about caring for that person and showing them that you care for them by gifting them with something. And you can forgive them and move on. So we're practicing practicing living for God. There we go. I said it. I got tongue twisted, and I got tongue twisted again by telling you that I was tongue twisted. But now I'm back and I'm not tongue twisted anymore, and I'm talking normally. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying over here. A great story. The one thing to remember today, practice living for God. Perfect, Rachel. That is right. I liked this story. Me too. That's perfect. We have to be obedient. You have to be obedient to your family and your parents. Yeah. I love giving gifts. Yeah. Roman says, it's Roman, BT dubs. Hey, Roman. So giving is great. Yeah. And you know what? Sometimes we think about giving in the wrong way. Sometimes we think, oh, what am I going to get from this? I'm going to give this, and what am I going to get? But we learn in the story that the woman who gave her last coins, that was everything that she had. She gave literally everything that she had to Jesus. And some of the other people that were there were giving more. They were giving like, let's pretend like it's this day and age. They were giving like their new PS5, and they're giving their new Jordans, and they got an iPhone 12 and they're tossing that in. But what if someone maybe they only had a pair of Converse? That's all that they had. And so they were going to give those Converse, and that was all that they had. Do you think that Jesus looks at the PS5 and the iPhone 12 and the new Jordans and he values those more? Do you think that Jesus would do that? No, he doesn't. He looks at those things as equal because they were the same sacrifice. And for some of us, we are privileged. We have a lot of stuff. Maybe we've got a lot of stuff at home and we can give a lot of things, or we can practice giving and gift giving. And some of us don't have that kind of stuff at home. Some of us don't have families that have that, or parents that have money like that. But what is a sacrifice to you? What does giving look like to you? And if you are giving what you have, then that is what makes God happy. It's not about the amount or the value or the price. It's about whether or not you are sacrificing and you're giving for those. And that's one of the things that we have to remember, that just because one person is giving this much doesn't mean that your amount isn't equal in God's eyes. And that's something that we really have to remember. And that's one of the ways that we can practice living for God, and practice living like God in this world that we live in, until we get to see God in heaven, which would be so nice. Okay, guys, I'm going to continue telling you about our summer program. Here we go. I wish leader Aaron could be here. He's in the room. He's like 6 feet away from me, but he can't be on the camera because it wasn't working, which sucks. Sorry, leader Aaron. I really want you to be here with this announcement because like you're part of it, but it's okay. Oh, leader Aaron's like, it's time. He's in the chat, so we can imagine his face when you see his thing. So he's like, it's time in all caps. And I'm imagining he was like this, it's time. So you can imagine that that's what he did. Okay. Are we going back to camp? No, we can't do camp. We're still trying to be extra safe for COVID reasons. And you guys all come to camp, which means there's like 100 of you guys at church, and we need to be safe. And that's not safe this year, but fingers crossed we're going to do that next year. But we are having a club. It's called the Clubhouse this summer. Now, the Clubhouse is going to be a place where we all hang out. It's kind of like someone's like virtual camp. I guess it's kind of like virtual camp. It happens once a week. So it's not every single day. It's happening once a week. And Clubhouse is this is the first time that we're actually going to be dividing us into different sections. So on Wednesday, all of our elementary girls are going to hang out with me. And we're going to have a lit time, and it's going to be fun. And we're going to talk girl stuff. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to follow a curriculum. We got prizes. We got games. We got a whole bunch of stuff. And then on Fridays, all of the boys are going to meet with Leader Aaron on Friday nights. And you guys are going to hang out with Leader Aaron. You guys are going to play games, and you guys got prizes over there. And then once a month, for two different events. So at the end of July and at the end of August, we're all going to meet together. And if things are going well and we start to reopen, we'll meet together in person. Now, we're not sure if that's going to happen just yet because we want to follow the restrictions and we want to be uber safe. But if the restrictions start to lift, we're going to meet in person outside. Not inside, but we'll meet outside and have a good time. So what's going to happen is on Wednesday nights, I'm going to hang out with the girls from grade 1 to 5. And on Friday, Leader Aaron's going to hang out with the boys from grade 1 to 5. Now, here's what I said at the beginning. I said, if you're in grade 4 or grade 5, there's an elite club. What is it called? After hours? Yeah. After hours. So if you're in grade 4 or grade 5, you're going to be invited to the Clubhouse after hours. And that is only for our grade 4s and 5s. I'm sorry if you're not in grade 4 or 5. If you are, this is the area for you. And you guys get to hang out with me on Wednesdays if you're a girl. And if you're a guy, on Fridays with Leader Aaron. And y'all are gonna hang out with us after the event. And we are going to hang out with our grade 4s and 5s. And this is going to be a place where we really get to just hang out with our older kids. We get to really just talk and just do some really fun stuff. So Clubhouse after hours if you're in grade 4 or 5, and it's gonna be lit. We're so excited, and that after hours is really like for us to build community, to hang out. Boys, I know Roman is always in this chat and was like, when can we play Among Us? That your after hours is going to be where you guys can play, but you also have to teach Leader Aaron because Leader Aaron's never played Among Us, so y'all are going to have to teach him. But we have played some games and have some good times. So that's coming out. Clubhouse after hours for our grade 4s and 5s. We are so excited. It's going to be so much fun, guys. And this is really just it's kind of like camp. Think of it like virtual camp. We're going to have so much fun. We're just going to have a lot of fun. We're going to hang out. This is a time for us to really get to know one another, for you guys to build relationships and friendships with each other, but also just also be at church and hang out with us and get to know each other. So we're really, really excited. Registration will be opening up this week. Okay. So you have to register for the Clubhouse. It's a free event, so there's no cost, but you do have to register because we do want to know how many people are attending. And we want to be able to follow you guys. Think of this as a really intense now church, like on the weekends, there's so many of us and we're on a chat, but Clubhouse is going to be a little bit more intimate. So we're going to really talk and hang out during the week. But if you guys want to talk during the week when we're not meeting at Clubhouse, you guys really want prayer, or you just want to talk or hang out with Leader Aaron on Zoom or hang out with me on Zoom, this is going to be where we're starting to really build up each other and really starting to get to know each other. So we do want people to register. It is on Zoom. Yes, thanks, Leader Aaron. It's going to be on Zoom. It's not in person. But if COVID restrictions let up, then we will have 2 in-person gatherings outside, socially distanced. If things let up. If not, then we'll still do our large, like we'll all get together, but it will be on Zoom. And yeah, so how do we register? Oh, perfect. Now, look at this. People are asking already, how do we register? So you're going to register online. Registration is not open just yet, but because you guys came to church, now you know that you have to look out for it. Okay. So you came to church, which is great. So you need to make sure that you're looking out for it, and it's coming out this week. If you are going into grade 4 or going into grade 5, then you're part of the Clubhouse after hours. Okay. But if you're going into grade 6, then you're starting to transition into junior high, my friends. And that's going to be great. Maybe staying for later study. If you're a girl, if you're a boy, then you'll be with both nights. Yeah, so sorry. Yeah, perfect. So so on Wednesday nights, I'll be with the girls. And on Friday nights, Leader Aaron will be with the boys. And then once a month in July, once in July and once in August, we'll all be together on Zoom or physically. So that's it. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I think it's going to be so much fun. I'm really, really excited. I think after hours is going to be so fun too for our grade 4s and 5s. This is one of those things that it's just like, you know, you guys are getting older. We got to get, you know, like you guys got to have a place where you guys can just hang out. And this is going to be really fun. So, oh wait, Leader Steph! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. I got my badge and it was mailed to my grandma's house. Oh, sorry, Victoria, but I'm glad that you got it. So that's good. You got your badge. Oh, and Send Girls, did you guys get your badge too? I hope you did. I'm going to do a call really, really quick because we got a little bit of time. And I know I said that if we didn't do the emojis, I was going to do the call. So let me do the call. Hold on a second. Let me find the number. Leader Abigail did send it to me. Leader Abby did send it to me. And now I've lost it. It's not in my history. But not to worry, I'll find it again. Are you guys loving my singing? They're like, what are you doing? Okay, let me see. Okay, no. Hold on. Yeah, this isn't working. I'm in Boston. Yeah, I know. You guys are in Boston, which is crazy. You guys can still come out to the clubhouse, though. You guys, all of you guys, wherever you are, you guys can come out to the clubhouse. Okay, I'm calling. You guys ready? If this is you and you're in the chat, so I know that you're here, make sure you answer the phone and then you mute your computer so that you don't get that feedback. All right, ready? Let's see. Oh, I hope they answer.
Hello.
Hello. Is Logan, Colin, and Troy there?
Logan.
Ah.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, guys.
I'm at the computer right now.
You're at the computer?
Yeah.
Is this Logan?
Yeah, it's Logan.
Hi, Logan. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, well, I'm calling because I see that you guys were at church. You guys were one of the first people in the chat. So were you guys watching church this morning?
Yes.
Okay, so I've got some questions for you guys, all right? Okay, so first question is, do you remember what our bottom line for today is?
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to Colin. Colin, do you remember what our bottom line is? I'm going to put it on the screen.
Practice living for God.
Yes, Colin! Bah, bah, bah. Awesome. Okay, Troy, do you remember what we're learning about this month? It starts with a C. I'm going to put it on the screen for you.
Commitment.
Yes! Awesome job, Troy. Okay, and Logan, I'm going to give you a hard one because I know that you're a little bit older and I want to see if you remember. Logan, do you remember what the memory verse is?
Training the body has some value, but being godly has value in every way. It promises help for the life you are now living and the life to come. 1 Timothy 4:8-9.
What? Okay. Wow, guys, that was amazing. Logan, I'm very proud of you. That was awesome. Cool. Guys, you have just earned yourselves. All three of you guys are getting a prize. I'm going to send a photo to your mom of the prizes that we had, and then you guys can select those, and we will mail them out to you this week, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye, guys. Have a good week.
Have a great day.
Bye. I know everyone's like, Leader Stephanie, it's 10:37. I know. Bye. Love you all. I'll see you later, okay? Okay, bye.